when you're, I guess the comparison would actually be once you have all the right stuff and just putting the oil in the engine is the easy part. But when you're onboarding these clients, Barnaby, that process of identifying pain points, bringing in someone like Gord, identifying the right products, getting their fleet management system. And I kind of asked this already, but maybe just unpack it a bit more. Are customers ready for that process? Or I would ask it different, actually, now that some of these other answers you've given. Are they expecting that process, like as in more demanding that process, that whole onboarding process that you have to go through? Can you just walk us through it? Because it seems like it's something that could easily be underrated.
Yeah, no, that's a really good question there, Jared, and you're absolutely right. Devil's in the details, the planning in advance, all of that stuff. It takes weeks, it takes months. There's a big cross-functional group that works on that. Let's call it onboarding plan. Especially when we've got new customers that come on board. So it's a very long, robust, thorough process, and it ranges from everything to it might sound simple, but just who's your tech advisor, right? Here's Gord Szynski. What does he do? What's he tasked with? It's about connecting the people on their end to the right stakeholders on our end. Who's your sales point of contact? How do you order product? Those are some of the basics that are part of the onboarding process. But what we're very proud of and what we've spent a lot of time and focus on in terms of our onboarding process is once you've got that fundamental piece. So I know who to go to if I have a technical issue. I know who to go to if I've got a sales issue. I know who to go to order product. What does that whole process look like? The next step is really, then let's look at your operation. Let's look at your fleet. Let's establish a baseline. Let's identify any issues you're currently running into that you want to get addressed. Let's set that appropriate baseline. Let's take all that information, and then together we can then put together a lubricants program that can be rolled out. And we're looking at things, short term, right? So we're looking at some low hanging fruit there, but we're also looking at longer term. What are some of the objectives that the customer wants to achieve? One could be, I want to save on fuel, because it's a large expenditure.
Right.
And so if we take it back to what Gord was talking about, maybe there's something around moving to something like a Duron synthetic 540, which is our heavy duty engine oil that could allow for less idling because it has that cold temperature ability at startup. So, those are the type of questions and discussions that we have as part of our onboarding program. And it's unique in that there's no start and finish really, right? So it's not like once we get a mine up and running and it's, 2 months later, this process ends. It really is a very dynamic and ongoing process, such that we can continuously improve year over year, month over month. And I say this a lot. Our sales team will say this a lot, and folks like Gord, we're really focusing on value generation here. And that could be in the realm of uptime, assisting, supporting a preventative maintenance program. And then obviously we want to help our customers save money and help them become more profitable. So as you can kind of get from what I'm saying, and I could probably go on for hours here, we're really looking for partnership, very healthy, good discussions to basically unearth initiatives and savings programs. And Jared, to kind of get back to one of your questions, is that what our customers are expecting? I think there's a level of expectation in terms of onboarding, but what we found to be very beneficial is that above and beyond that we include in our onboarding process. So there's a level of expectation, but I also think that customers look at that and go, "Wow, this thing is really meaty," and that's going to really help them and us collectively going forward.